Tanya's session from last week. So welcome to Dominic Marlow, who's doing our education slot. Off you go, Dominic.
Thank you. So we generally run our own businesses for lots and lots of different reasons, and one of those, there's obviously financial reasons behind it, probably lots of other personal reasons, but most of us are probably here because we enjoy it, and if we're not, we really should. So I thought I'd just throw up a few ideas that I had, and particularly about what I do, so that I enjoy my business more, and I do really enjoy it, mostly until solicitors and accountants get involved. Don't tell solicitors and accountants I said that, because I love them. And then I think we're going to dive into a breakout room for a few minutes so that we can share amongst ourselves what we do and then feedback any other ideas. So I've got 10 things on here. My computer would work. Why is my computer not working? Ah, there we go. So one of the things I'm really careful of, Alan refers to these people as vampire clients. I refer to them as people I don't really want to work with. And in my game, when I might be embarking on a long and often difficult relationship, it's good to identify those up front. The other way to get around that, of course, is to put your prices up. So you think, well, I don't particularly want this bit of business, but if they make it worth my while, I'm going to do it. And that gives me a very curious satisfaction. But getting rid of the people that you don't want for whatever reason, they might be detractors, they might just suck up a lot of your time, or they might just have different morals or whatever. Get rid of them. Life is a better place without them. To help move things along sweetly, if you have really good expectations and clearly communicated with whoever you're dealing with, this really, really helps. Surprises, as I say, are a very bad thing. Even good surprises are a bad thing. Just means you weren't properly prepared. But if you set these high, then everybody thinks that you're good at what you do, and then they raise their game accordingly. So that can only ever be a good thing. This is something that I particularly like. There's a methodology called eating the frog, I think, or something like that. And we touched upon this last week. So if I have some things that I know I need to get done, I do them first thing. Just get on with them. Don't let them linger. Don't let them lurk. Don't let them play on your mind. And then depending on how your day pans out, give yourself a little treat immediately after it. So I might go out with a dog, I might go out for a run, or I might have yet another coffee. But getting this kind of stuff out of the way, and just be brave, suck it up. You've got to do it, get it done, get it out of the way. This is quite a nice one. This came up in conversation with Alan about just seeking out positive people. It's nice to deal with positive people. When you have good conversations, it encourages you to have good conversations. If you have bad conversations, it just makes you feel a little bit fed up. You think, why am I dealing with these idiots? See number one. This is something I'm also really good at. If you have something that needs to be done and you're either not very good at it or you don't enjoy it, just get somebody else to do it. Don't do it yourself. It's demeaning. It's not particularly good value, and you will get fed up from it. On the positive side, this should mean that you've got more time to spend on stuff that you do enjoy and where you add value. If on the negative side, you really just have to pay someone to do it, then enjoy not having to do it and don't worry about the cost. This is something else that I'm particularly good at. Don't compromise yourself. If you compromise yourself, all you're really doing is buying yourself a problem for tomorrow or later in the week or later in the month. Don't compromise your morals. Know what you stand for. Stick by them and make sure people understand that. If you want to say no, say no. Don't say yes and then think, I'm going to regret saying yes later. This is another one that I'm really, really good at. If you know something has to be done, your VAT return, your corporation tax, your self-assessment, just do it. Be organized. Don't leave it to the last minute. Just get on with it. Put it in your calendars. I use a methodology which some people call red ringing. I put stuff in my calendar. When it flicks up on my calendar that I'm doing whatever it is, I just do it because that's what my calendar says. Be an expert. We touched upon this a couple of weeks ago as well. I like reading stuff about my industry and related things, and it always gives you something to talk about, some way to stimulate the conversation or to show somebody else that you are a real subject matter expert. It also gives you lots of quality for content, LinkedIn, websites, whatever, and it's very enjoyable. If you can really help people out because you are that expert, that gives you a really good feeling. Only make promises you can keep. If you can't do it today, say, I can't do it today. Otherwise, you're just buying yourself a problem. And finally, and this was also something else that Alan mentioned, Alan suggested, it's a little bit like the seeking out positive people. We come across lots of really nice people in our business. So make friends and have non-business related conversations with them as well. Find out what they're interested in. And if you have a common interest, do it together, go to V's house for curry or get pots of chai tea or whatever it is. But just think about this as an opportunity to increase your social circle and enjoy being with the people that you might work with as well. So those are my 10 tips.
That's brilliant. Should we give Dominic a round of applause?
What do you do?
Yes. Oh, okay, right. Now I've got to work out how to turn off the recording. Done that.
Well, I can